Hi, this is Sam the Oil Man, and this video here is all about recruitment and joining Wenglish or other guilds. So, a lot of people ask, and especially if you're a relatively new subscriber, probably haven't gone through it in a while. But in the top left, if you click your character information there, mine says the Oil Man. If I click on that, or it comes up with this player profile. And so the Oil Man is my player name, player nickname, whatever. And that's not actually a unique attribute in this game. Two people can set it to the same thing. That's not what's actually used to invite people into guilds. What you need is the player ID, which is directly underneath, it's in small writing there, directly underneath your name. The second bit is when you're trying to join a guild or you're recruiting. Here is you're interested in the player level, and that's the next bit underneath the player ID. Mine there is 15, and I'm at 195 out of 500 towards getting to level 16, which at the moment I think is impossible. I'm pretty sure that's the highest you can get at the game in the moment. But excuse me. When you join a guild, your player level, you want it to be something relatively similar to the other members in the guild, because if the guild has a bunch of players that are level 15 and you're player 8, for example, whenever you do any of the guild events, you're going to be such a low level compared to everyone else that you're probably just going to lose, frequently lose, and it's just not fun. To lose. And from the experience that we've had in Wenglish, inviting people in over this last year, is anyone who's significantly lower in level starts to lose, and then they lose interest. And we don't want you to lose interest because this game is awesome. But what we do want then is for you to join a guild with a level that's appropriate for you. The next bit that we're interested in, well, I mean, it's not a necessity. You don't need to share it, but I mean, if you do, it means you've watched this or one of my other recruiting videos, is the number of legendary cards. You can see there I've got 68. And why is that important? Because you can get pretty high with not legendary decks, but you can only go so high. And it's a pretty good indicator of where your deck's at and where your player level is at. And what's the final bit that we're interested in? Oh yeah, okay. So when you're joining a guild, here we're going and doing these fights, adventure mode. Oh well, adventure mode is one player, but we're doing the siege events and we're doing the rumble events. And it's almost, I mean, it's not. Well, maybe it is, but it's kind of like an e-sport, okay? And like any sport, let's say soccer or football, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're on the team, you're one of the 50 players on the team in the guild, and you decide not to turn up to a match, what do you think is going to happen in the real life sport? You're going to either be put on warning, depending on the situation, or you're going to be kicked out of the team. Like, you got to come and play, else you shouldn't be on the team. It's not fair to everyone else. And that's particularly true in the Rumble and the Siege, where every fight counts and matters. And you can lose by just a few points, and that could have been the points that if you had fought, your team would have won. And so you've let the whole team down. So at least for Wenglish, I mean, there's lots of different guilds out there, but for Wenglish, we want people who are going to be committed to the team and just prepared to fight every match. Now, we don't have any requirements on how well you do. We don't actually have any requirements on your deck. The only requirement that we have is that you fight everything, every single match. Most of the people in the guild go through ridiculous means to make sure that they fight every match. And we're after people with a similar mindset who do everything, no matter what. And missing one occasionally, as in missing one match per month, not a whole Rumble, just a single match in the Rumble across a whole month, maybe, because stuff happens and you might miss one. But not two in a Rumble, or not 5 for sure. And there's certain guilds where maybe your guild participation is, maybe you're only getting 30 people fighting out of the 50. Then maybe missing 5 matches across that Rumble is an acceptable amount of participation for that guild. But for Wenglish, we're pushing for full participation, so we want people now who are committed to fighting every fight. So feel free to comment on this video, your player ID and information that I just talked about. And if you're at a lower level than what Wenglish needs, we're going to find other guilds to take you, or we're going to do the best that we can to find other guilds to take you, because everyone deserves a good guild. And if you're advertising for people, feel free to advertise for people in this comments of this video as well. Just say sort of what player level you're after, and sort of what your expectations are, and if people have posted and you think they'd be good for you, feel free to ask if they want to join your guild. No problems there. The better we get everyone sorted, the better everyone is. So there's still some spots in Wenglish though. I think let's check. How many spots have we got? We've got 5 spots in Wenglish. So if you want into Wenglish, leave your comments on this video. And if I don't get back to you right away, not a problem. Well, I mean, it might take a day to get back to you, especially if you've watched the video when I'm asleep. Then I've got to wait till I wake up before I can get back to you. There was something else as well. Oh yeah, okay, so Wenglish isn't my guild. I'm an officer in Wenglish, but I'm not the only officer. So if you join and for whatever reason you get kicked out, it's not because I kicked you out. It's because the guild did, and the guild felt that you didn't participate enough for whatever reason. I can help you try and get back in, but remember, it's not me kicking you out, it's the guild. So, and with that, I'll get on to recording my normal video for today, as in a second video. So this is recruiting and guilds. Hope you have a good guild, and if not, leave your player ID and information in the comments. Catch you later.